and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today, very exciting day. I am training legs. We are 3 weeks out. I am training with my client Dan. Now Dan is a client that I have worked on and off with for the past few years. He's done a competitive season as a natural teenager with myself, and for the past year or so we've worked together, and the results that we've been able to achieve in this past year has been crazy. His goals is very similar to mine, to become an IFBB pro, and a successful one at that. And this past year or so, what we've been doing is turning him from a guy who goes to the gym to an athlete. I have slowly seen this guy want this more and more and apply himself more and more, and this is why I'm having a session with him today. I'm very picky with who I train with, especially at this point in prep. So I know he fucking wants this, because I obviously coach him. I can tell through his check-ins, I can tell by the way he speaks about his goals. I know he fucking wants this, and I know that by having this session today, we're going to have a fantastic session. I am going into this injured. I am injured currently. I have an issue with my knee. So what you'll notice in today's session is I'm going to be very, very accurate with training, making sure there's a nice slow tempo, really controlling the change in direction, full range of motion, pauses potentially in a lot of exercises. The incentive behind this is to not make the injury worse. Now, I've had this injury before prep. I'm now at the point in prep where it is flaring up a little bit, so I just need to be very careful. We can still take a very good session from this. I'm going to use the additional food that I've had the past few days from a refeed. I've had a few high days, as mentioned in my previous YouTube video, just as a pit stop to fill back up the physique, regain some performance, and just liven things up a little bit, so we've got more momentum to dig with. So I'm going to use that food. We're going to have a fucking sick session, and I want you to enjoy. So without further ado, I'll catch you later. So for the first exercise, we are starting with standing calves. Now the reason why we're starting with this is it's a nice exercise to break us into a very hard leg session, and usually when you leave calves to last, a lot of people half-arse it. By doing this first, you can apply a lot of intent, therefore creating a much better chance to not have shit calves. Next up is adductors. Now this is one of the best things that you could train to contribute to the width of your legs. Anyone that's saying this is a girl's machine is destined to have legs like a little girl. Next up, we have a single leg standing leg curl. Now you will notice that we're doing a lot of pre-exhausting now. These exercises are hard in the shortened range, and you're going to be strongest in the shortened range earlier on in the workout. So this is your best opportunity to be the strongest at these exercises. Hamstring isolation exercises are one of the most commonly butchered exercises, because a lot of people swing the weight using momentum and take away tension from the actual muscle group. Now, a cue to stop this from happening is to keep your core nice and tight, crunch over slightly, and take your time. Slowly bring it up and slowly bring it down. You'll notice that this is probably a lot harder than you're used to, but you are going to be applying a lot more tension to the hamstring, therefore getting a lot more stimulus. To finish this session's pre-exhaust, I am doing a single leg extension. Now you'll notice in the session there is a lot of unilateral exercises. This is to protect me from my injury, so one side doesn't take over and I'm putting too much force through the joint which is currently injured, which is my knee. And also this stops imbalances and can actually improve symmetry. So if you aren't doing any unilateral exercises in your training, I suggest you put some in to keep you nice and symmetrical and also reduce risk of injury. Next up, we have the glute drive, and this is going to get us a nice set of juicy glutes. Now, one thing that you've got to consider is the more dense a muscle is, the more chance it has of being striated. So if you've got dense glutes, you're going to have a better chance of having striated glutes on stage. And judges love striated glutes. Now, time for the main event, which is the belt squat. Now, I love this machine because you have the benefit of doing a squat, the versatility to align yourself to hit the quad in the way that you want it, and there is no lower back loading because the loading is on your hips. So it's nice and safe, low fatigue, high stimulus, and just all around a good time. So this is a high repper from myself. Again, I'm opting for high reps, safe reps, just so I'm not putting a lot of load through the joint of my injury. Finishing up on the last compound exercise is a lovely high repper on the single leg press. I love this because you could just grind out reps, which is fantastic at this part of the workout. Finish this grueling workout, we are finishing with a disgusting drop set on the seated hamstring curl. And I love finishing with this because it challenges you a lot in the stretch position, which is going to be best towards the end of the session. So if you've never done anything like this, give it a go and you'll completely fuck up your hamstrings. So that is how I set up a leg session 3 weeks out from the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Until next time, I'll catch you later.